So, as all you guys know, Fox News is currently being sued. They're being sued by Dominion, which is one of the voting machine companies. And the reason Dominion is suing them is because they repeatedly ran with objectively bogus narratives about, not only was the election stolen, but it was Hugo Chavez and Maduro of Venezuela who were working with the Biden administration, and they infiltrated the company, the Dominion company, and they changed the votes. Like the conspiracies were so absurd and so persistent. Like they would say them over and over and over that it actually hurt this business. Now, by the way, look, just so everybody's clear, I'm on team. We shouldn't have private companies creating any voting machines anyway. There was that big scandal in 2004 about the Diebold, however you say it, election machines, and there's a big Republican donor who was sort of running the company or whatever. And then in Bush versus Kerry, there were question marks. And we all know what happened in the 2000 election with Al Gore and the recount after it was all said and done. Al Gore actually won Florida. I can go on and on. Look, there shouldn't be private companies involved with these election systems. However, having said that, you also can't just brazenly lie repeatedly and on purpose to defame them because you're trying to fit your own narrative about stolen election. And that's what Fox did. So this is one of the things that we just learned. This is in Law and Crime. Fox settles defamation lawsuit from Venezuelan businessman over broadcast tying him to Dominion election claims. So this is like the genesis of the Hugo Chavez, Maduro, working with Biden, bro. It all stems from this. A Venezuelan business has settled with his defamation lawsuit. I think I'm supposed to say businessman. A Venezuelan businessman has settled with his defamation lawsuit against Fox News Network and former Fox Business host Lou Dobbs for their coverage of him and voting software companies Dominion and Smartmatic. In a complaint filed in New York federal court, Majid Khalil sued the Fox Corporation, News Network LLC, Lou Dobbs, and attorney Sidney Powell over a December 10th, 2020 broadcast and related Twitter posts. Khalil's legal team allege that the interview and related social media promotion disseminated a lie totally devoid of reality, vilifying him as one of four people who worked with Dominion and Smartmatic to rig or fix the results of the election in favor of President Joe Biden. Powell succeeded in dismissing the claims against her. Fox News and Dobbs hoped to follow suit by claiming that they were engaging in fair and neutral reporting and by asserting that the statements of opinion were not actionable. So this is what they hide behind when they get caught. They call themselves Fox News. They claim they're fair and balanced. And then the second they get caught in something that's just provably untrue and potentially defamatory, bro, we're just opinion, bro. Okay, then change the name to Fox Opinion or Fox's Conservative Opinion, right? That would be more accurate. But U.S. District Judge Louis Stanton brushed aside those defenses in a scathing ruling last year, noting several election experts had found no credible evidence of election fraud when the broadcasts aired. Here, defendants repeatedly maintained their claims about Khalil long after Powell's election fraud theories were challenged. His 26-page opinion and order states, numerous reports that declared the falsity of the claims against Dominion and Smartmatic and rejected Powell as an accurate source of information gave defendants reasons to doubt Powell's veracity and the accuracy of her reports. While the complaint does not allege that Khalil himself informed defendants of the falsity of the claims against him, both Smartmatic and Dominion did so. Falsity of the claims against both companies would necessitate falsity of the claims against plaintiff. Several government agencies stated that there was no evidence of fraud in the election, and even then President Trump's supporters rejected Powell's accusations. Now the court fight is over. So in other words, a judge chimed in and was like, hey man, this is insane. The stuff you guys said was insane. And there is no dismissal here. Now the court fight is over. The parties are pleased to jointly inform the court that they have reached a confidential agreement to resolve the matter. Fox attorney K. Wynn Allen wrote in a Saturday letter to Stanton, co-signed by Khalil attorney Sigmund S. Wisner-Gross. The parties anticipate filing a joint stipulation of dismissal with prejudice early next week. So, in other words, let me break that down into layman's terms for you. This guy Khalil got paid, son. This guy got paid, dog. They made it rain on him. That's what this means. A judge was like, I don't know, man. Seems like he has a case. Apparently, they dismissed the Sidney Powell one, but the ones against Fox News, they were like, oh, he got a case here. And then now both parties are coming out saying like, bro, everything's all good. I knew what you're talking about, bro. We settled. Oh, you settled? What did you settle for? Apparently part of the deal is that it can't be disclosed publicly. But look, my guess, millions of dollars. Do I know how many millions? No, but it's almost certainly millions of dollars. So look, maybe, just maybe, you might want Fox to go on a defamatory campaign against you personally. Because then at the end of it all, apparently you just walk away with millions of dollars. 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million? I don't know. But they definitely opened up the wallet and threw it at this guy. They definitely did. They figure, hey man, if we fight this in court, let's just make up numbers here. If we fight this in court, it could cost us $15 million. Why don't we just pay him 5 right now? And homeboy was like, bet. I mean, yeah, I was defamed, but ain't nothing 5 million won't fix. So I'm just making that number up again to be clear, but this guy definitely got paid. So what we know for sure is there was a settlement. It involved money. And that is also quite the admission, guys. This is probably the most important point. That is quite the admission that these people have a case against Fox. They do. They have a case against Fox. And Fox was not only wrong, because it's okay to be wrong if you're trying your best, but they were wrong and lying and egregiously wrong, and they repeated it relentlessly, all to fit the narrative. Their audience-captured narrative, and they were just feeding the slop to the audience. And this is what we just talked about in the previous segment. When the fringe takes over the leadership of the party, there aren't all like the reasonable Republicans, who are more educated, like the Mitt Romney types or whatever. You think they're in control? They are not in control. They are not. Alex Jones is closer to the mainstream Republican voter than Mitt Romney is. And they were trying to feed that audience whatever they wanted to hear and let the chips fall where they may. Well, the chips did fall where they may. And a lot of those chips fell in the Venezuelan businessman's pocket because y'all lied about him relentlessly. So there you have it. The further evidence, Fox is it's beyond a propaganda network, man. It's as gross as it gets. And now we know for sure, even they know all of their coverage was wrong when it came to the rigged election, stolen election crap. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.